Okay, let us continue the digestion absorption with salivary glands. The last session I told about how the food is getting mixed in the tongue. Now, how it is assisted by the salivary gland. Before that, we should understand the location of the salivary gland. Parotid and sublingual, submandibular. Name of the glands are there. The location is parotid gland is located below the earlobes. Sublingual below the tongue. Submandibular at the ankle or at the joint between upper jaw and lower jaw. Okay. Now, here the very important idea is parotid gland. It is located below the earlobe and it is connected into the second molar teeth of upper jaw by a duct. The duct is called Stenson duct. So name of the duct is very important, which connects the parotid gland into the second molar teeth. So the secretion from the parotid gland is being released at the second molar teeth. Now submaxillary, it is located at the ankle of the jaw between upper jaw and lower jaw, and it is connected through the Wharton's duct. That is the Stenson duct. This is a Wharton's duct, and it is connected to the incisor in the lower jaw. Incisor in the lower jaw. So connecting duct name and where it is connected and where it is located, all these things you should keep it in mind. Now sublingual, as I told, it is found below the tongue, but it is connected through the patholin gland or duct of Ravius. Duct of Ravius. So three ducts now you are seeing: Stenson duct connected with the parotid, Wharton duct connected with the submaxillary, and duct of Ravius with the sublingual, and it is opening in below the tongue. So these are the ideas about the opening of the salivary gland from which the saliva is poured. Now this picture will provide you some information about the duct. Here parotid gland and the respective duct, Stenson duct, and sublingual gland, it opens below the tongue, submandibular gland, and it opens at the ankle of the or incisor. Next. Okay, these are the explanatory pictures, but you just understand the name of the gland, name of the duct, and its opening. Next. Okay, this is a very good picture, skeletal picture about the parotid gland, sublingual gland, and submandibular gland. All these three work together to release the saliva. Next. Now, the oral cavity, the buccal cavity, mouth, when it opens, it is called the buccal cavity, and it leads into the short pharynx, and which is considered to be the common passage for food and air. So, which is considered to be the common passage for food and air? The answer is a pharynx, short pharynx. Now here, esophagus and trachea, two names are here. One is connected with the digestive process, another is connected with the respiratory process. So both of them are opening into the pharynx. The other name for trachea is called windpipe because it's looking like a pipe carries the wind. That means air. Now another structure, that is a epiglottis. It provides a very wonderful function in our body because whenever a food is being entered into the mouth and it gets passing into the esophagus, immediately this epiglottis will close the glottis so that the food will not enter into the trachea, because esophagus and trachea is very much closer. When the food is entering into the esophagus, that food should not be slipped down or leaked into the trachea, for which the epiglottis acts automatically so that it will close the trachea so that the food will not enter into the trachea, so that our body will be saved. Next. Now these are the pictures illustrating about these things. Here you can see the lips. This picture will illustrate you how each and every system is very much close. Now it's a nasal cavity, and here it's a nasal area. This is a oral cavity, nasal cavity. So nasal cavity and oral cavity is very much closer. here is epiglottis there, which prevents the entry of food into the tracheal part. So larynx is considered to be the sound area. If I speak something and you are getting some sound means it is because of this larynx. It's a sound box. And what is the sound box for birds? It is called syrinx. So whenever you come across a larynx for human being, you should not forget the word syrinx for birds. Okay, next. Now frenulum, I mentioned frenulum. Frenulum is attaching the tongue with the oral cavity. This is the frenulum. When you open your mouth and when you raise your tongue, you can see one structure. That structure is called the frenulum. That is this structure. So it will help to fix the tongue in the oral cavity. Next. Now coming to the tonsil, say in our mouth there is one gatekeeper, or I could say that one watch and ward is functioning, namely tonsil. It has a immunological character because whenever a food is taken in, microbes may be present in the food. That microbes are absorbed by the tonsils, so that microbial free food is allowed to pass through the esophagus. Just like that, when you inhale air, that air may contain microbes. That air is also, the microbes in the air is also absorbed by the tonsils. So tonsil is providing a very good support to our body because it absorbs, it filters the microbes. And this tonsil structure is present in a different level. So names are here. Lingual tonsil means very close to the tongue. Palatine tonsil means very close to the palatal area. And then pharyngeal tonsil means a tonsil which is associated with the pharynx part. So all these things are there, a tonsil area. Next. Right. Now, so far we have seen what happens when the food is put into the mouth. The answer is very simple. It gets diluted, it gets mixed with the saliva, and it is being crushed by the teeth. Now the microparticles are allowed to pass into the food pipe. That food pipe is called the esophagus. So far we have studied about the mouth, buccal cavity, teeth, and the salivary gland, etc. Now we are going to see into the next structure, a following structure, that is the esophagus. So it runs posteriorly. Now it is passing through the neck and thorax region, and as well as the diaphragm, and finally it reaches the stomach region. The stomach region is a J-shaped structure. It's a J-shaped structure. So in our English alphabet, J-shaped structure is a stomach region. So esophagus is ending in stomach. Next. You can see the structure of this esophagus. Here it is the esophagus. It passes through the diaphragm as well as it passes through thorax region. And here there are sphincters are there. Lower esophageal sphincter and upper esophageal sphincter. So lower esophageal sphincter open into the stomach, and upper esophageal one, it will coming through the pharynx region. So this structure is there. It's a tube. It's a tube through which the food is passing down. It's a conducting tube. It's a food conducting tube. So some wave-like action is going on, peristaltic wave-like action, by which the food is allowed to get down through this tube, and finally it reaches the J-shaped structure that is called the stomach. Next. So here you can see, because of this circular muscles contraction and relaxed muscles action, you can see that is a peristaltic action will be going on. As a result, the food will come and enter into the stomach region. So this gastrophageal sphincter opens whenever the food, this action is going on. As a result, the food will be allowed to pass into the stomach. Next. Right. Now coming to the stomach is a very important area because it has different parts also. One is called cardiac portion, another one is called phantic region and pyloric portion. So what is a cardiac portion? A cardiac portion into which the esophagus opens. So the esophagus opens into the cardiac portion of the stomach. Now fundic and pyloric portion which opens into the first part of the small intestine. So you first understand that esophagus entering into the stomach at which part means cardiac portion. Next slide. Here you can see the picture. Esophagus, it will open into the cardiac region, and this part is called fundus region and pyloric region. They will open into the duodenum. So here some names are here: cardia portion as well as fundus region and pylorus region. So which region is associated with the esophagus means cardia, and which regions open into the duodenum means the fundus and pylorus. Now here, that is, after the food is entering from the mouth into the stomach, when the food is coming down through the esophagus, it is entering into the stomach as a food. But after releasing from the stomach, it is now called as a new name, that is called a chyme. Chyme. That chyme is entering into the duodenum. So what is the difference between a food and chyme? A chyme is one that is a food being acted upon by acid. So acidic actions. So when a food is undergoing some acidic actions, immediately that word comes, a chyme is coming. So in the stomach, you can see that from the stomach, the digested food will coming out as a chyme into the duodenum.